Yeah. Morning. Yesterday we did a post on acid reflux and food combining, and we had a lot of about 2% of the critics. And let me answer the questions. One person said that we all have to die. That's true. Another person said their mother ate meat and all these foods and lived to be 100 and something years old or 95 years old. That's true too. But ask them, what quality of life did the mother have at that age eating the foods that they ate when they were younger? Ask them that. They had arthritis, they had high blood pressure, they had diabetes. That's not good quality of life anyway. My mother, who died at 97 years old, had diabetes, had hypertension, had 2 strokes, had arthritis, blind. Because she didn't follow a principle. So you could get eat all the meat and get all that. Well, that's true. But is the quality of life that you won't have when you eat that way long term. That's the key. Me, I used to suffer from epilepsy. And they gave me an old drug called Epilin for years, until I went to New York and met a Chinese doctor and learned about Chinese medicine. And from ever since, not piece of drug came into my system again because I changed my diet. So when I get old, or when I get older, in the 90s, I won't be working with no stick. You understand? Because I try to eat a mucus-less diet. A mucus-less diet. That's the key. So, today we're going to talk about a few herbs that we could use externally and internally. Right? First, I want to talk about the navy beans. See navy beans? Lots of people should be eating navy beans. And it was promoted by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And a lot of our brothers and sisters in the religion of Islam eat a lot of navy beans. It gets rid of a lot of radiation in the body. And it's full of minerals. Check it out. That's what you should be eating every day. Navy beans. Second, it's a herb here called stinging nettle. We call it Zuti in Grenada. Stinging nettle is full of vitamins, minerals, and iron. And we need iron to carry oxygen to the cells, right? And it is what we call a potassium-sparing diuretic. But the root of this herb, stinging nettle, shrinks the prostate gland. And the seed of this herb, stinging nettle, regenerate the kidneys if it's damaged. The seed of the stinging nettle herb regenerate your kidneys when it's damaged. You go to another herb, skin up. We call it chin up in Grenada. What's that? It's good for your lungs. It moistens your lung tissue. See? But I use the skin over here. Drop it here. In my tea. You understand? Because the skin helps to keep the blood balance and keep the pH balance, alkaline. But the skin up itself, when you suck it, it moistens your lung tissue and it has the stomach walls. See? They all are found in Grenada. Next one, banana skin. You know what the banana skin is good for? If you have a wart, or if you have herpes, and you have a breakout of the herpes virus, or you have a wart on the skin, all you do is take this banana skin and you put it on the wart and you band it on for 1 night. In 2 nights, the wart drops off, disappears. That's how the banana skin works. Next herb, we call it in Grenada babande. Babande. A lot of men use it as an aphrodisiac to increase their sexual health. I use it for cooling of the liver because the liver have a lot to do with your sexual health. See? So babande is a cooling herb that cools the liver and cools the blood, but also increases sexual activity if you use it the right way. Babande in Grenada. We don't use it. Next herb, fig leaf. External use of the fig leaf. If you have an ulcer, an external ulcer on the hand, on the foot, you take some olive oil, mix with some vitamin E oil, mix with some magnesium powder, mix with some flaxseed oil, and some aloe vera. You mix them together, and then you put the mixture on the ulcer. And after you put the mixture on the ulcer, you take the fig leaf and you put it on the ulcer with a few holes in there to create oxygen to the capillaries in the ulcer so the ulcer could heal. Isaiah taught us that in the Bible. The fig leaf on a sore or an ulcer. Mango leaf. The mango we eat every day. Mango leaf. Mango leaf is good for high blood pressure. It's good for your heart. A lot of you all didn't know that, but you all eat the mangoes of the tree, don't use the leaves. The leaves, the dry leaves, helps to keep the pressure normal. I throw it in my tea. You understand? Keep my heart well. Mango leaf does that. Next one. Pineapple. Pineapple have a lot of bromelain that helps to break down protein foods. But the pineapple is acidic. But you see the pineapple residues, or we call it the resins of the pineapple, it helps with any inflammation, because irritation causes inflammation, and inflammation is one of the causes of bad circulation and also cancers. So we use a few of the pineapple resins in your tea. And when you drink that tea, like I do, see? Ain't no cancer could grow in your system. You have sea moss, you have sorrel, you have babande, you have stinging nettle, you have lime bud. The leaves of the lime tree helps to do what? To clean up the arteries, the arterial walls, if it's clogged up and causing you men to have impotence. The lime bud does that. Clean up the arteries. You understand? So that's it inside there. Then we have ginger. We have orange peel. We have cinnamon. We have mango leaf. Yeah? You understand? And those are the things you have to use every day to prevent diseases in your system. Secondly, I never ever tell anyone not to eat meat. The cow is a vegetarian, he eats grass and he produces milk. See? I only show people how I function and how I eat. If you are a meat eater, that's your business. But at the end of the day, we will see who will live longer. You understand? Either the meat eaters or the vegetarians. Bottom line, because the original diet that God gave us was a vegetarian diet, not a meat diet. You understand? So if you look at all these things, internal and external, you will understand how it is to keep yourself healthy. I will take this oil and I mix this oil with coconut oil, and I mix this oil with vitamin E oil and some shea butter, and I will use it on my skin. Make your skin look pretty. You understand? While you're keeping your liver and your kidneys well, because the liver and the kidneys is the foundation of healthy skin. You understand? On Monday, if God gives us health and strength, we are going to have a video or make a video on fibroids and ovarian cysts and PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and show you women how you as a woman could eliminate these growths in your uterus and your ovaries. So have a blessed day. God bless. Peace to you.